K-means clustering algorithm is an unsupervised machine learning algorithm which actually groups the unlabeled dataset into different clusters based on their similarity. Here, if we were to talk about K, it means the number of clusters that you would like to define, the total amount of clusters where the data would be actually clustered according to the similarity. And means is the centroid around which the data points or the data set revolves. So if you look at the graph on the right hand side, here we have k is equal to 3. That's the reason that 3 clusters are getting created. And if you see the red dots between each cluster, that is the mean or the centroid around which all the data points are actually centered. So this is not a constant value. Along the journey, once you define clusters, this centroid keeps on changing based on the means that is calculated for the data point. So let me take an example. So imagine that you have a data set of customers from your e-commerce website. Now on this e-commerce website, there are different set of users who have different purchasing pattern. Some of the users are able to have higher pattern of purchase. They are able to spend a lot. They are able to spend on luxury items as well. Then there are some mid spenders who spend on a mid side, and then some low income group as well. So what we know here is what we want to do is we want to group these people or this data set of customer that we have into different segment based on the purchasing behavior. And what we have is, let's say we know that for each customer annual income is known to us, as well as total amount they spent on our website during the year. So this is known. Now what we want to find is the natural group of customers who exhibit the similar spending patterns. So after we define k is equal to 3, let's say we want to create total 3 clusters, where cluster 1 might represent high income customer who spend a lot on the website. Cluster 2 might be representing moderate income customers who with an average spending more than, of course, the low income group, but lower than the high income group. And there might be another cluster 3 which represent the low income customer with lower spending. So this way we will be able to actually group or create a group of these customers with similar, or this similarity here is, let's say the purple cluster that we see here is the cluster of such customers who have high income as well as high spending. So we are able to club them together without knowing other details about these customers, their name, where they belong from, and other details. So this is how k-means clustering algorithm really helps us, and it is one of the most powerful and widely used algorithm for various clustering tasks. It might be customer segmentation, image compression uses it a lot. Then if you talk about anomaly detection, it is one of the primary use case where k-means algorithm is used. So all these use cases where we are trying to find natural groups in the data where to have a better understanding and make decision making. How if you now for this data, if you already know that there is a group which has higher potential of spending, we can advertise some of the luxury products and other offers to these users directly. I know that that offer might not be very suitable to the low income group, and it might be a waste of my advertisement budget. So I can be very specific. If I know that what are the customer segment which I can target for such advertisement budget or targeting, it would be easier for me to do that, right? So this is k-means clustering algorithm, which actually groups the unlabeled data points into cluster based on the value of k that you provide, how many clusters you would like to formulate. Thanks for joining me. I'll